Hey everyone, I'm trying to get my lighting correct, but it's not working. So let's see if we're live here. It's supposed to be live. It's telling me that I'm live, but I don't actually know if I'm live. So first, let's do a quick check here. Checking on YouTube, making sure that I'm live. It's been a while. I'm out doing an AMA. I'm doing an Ask Me Anything. I just launched a Jira course. I am indeed live. Let me see how to pull up the chat here. Let me. Oh boy, it's been a while. I am so lost right now. It's like not even funny how lost I am with all this right now because it's just been a minute. I don't actually know. Oh, well, definitely don't want to do that. It has been a minute, so I got the chat there on the side, so hopefully you can see. Because I now forgot how to get the chat. That how do I forget something like as simple as the chat? If you have any questions, I'm doing an AMA. I just launched a Jira course. This is the first course that I've done. It has been a long time coming. I've been developing this course for months, and so it's finally done. It's finally completed. I finally was able to launch this thing, and then it's finally ready. It's ready for prime time, and I'm super excited that I got this done. That it's launched. That it's out there. And tonight is the first class. So if you want to be part of that introductory class, if you want to be a part of it and be part of this journey here, you need to sign up tonight. Any advice about data migration processes? What kind of data migration are you trying to do, Elisa? Are you doing like like a cloud to cloud migration type of thing, data center to cloud? Feel free to share a little bit more details. I'd be happy to answer that question. But in general, I do have a video. I did post a video not too long ago. About I'd say about maybe a month ago on just my migration tips. I have done a couple migrations. I've done a couple of Jira migrations and not too long ago. And while it's hard, it's hard to actually show how to do the migration because most of those things are covered like under non-disclosures and I just can't share any of that information. But I do have tips and I do have some just techniques and things that I found useful. So make sure you check that video out. Just go over to my YouTube channel. Go over to my YouTube channel here and you will be able to find, just put Jira migration and you'll see it on there. Fairly easy to find and it's very valuable, I think, in my opinion. It's been one of those videos where, like I said, I can't really share too much, but it's a good video. It's a good video to watch, and I hopefully it does help you out. So let me know if you have any other specific insight, Alyssa, or specific question. I'll try to answer it more specifically, but I do have a video on that. But yeah, let's see. So course is live. Everything's in the website. So in the description of this video, I'm gonna come in here and I'll edit the video here so I can include this description. So let me see if I can actually do that live. So I'm just gonna put a link to the enroll button here. But it's my first time. So if you guys are Scrum Masters, it's specifically for Scrum Masters. So if you are looking to really just level up your game, if you are in this unique position where you're maybe new to being a Scrum Master, or maybe you use Jira and you just don't know how to use it effectively as a Scrum Master, this is what you want to do. This is the class you want to take. I am doing a special launch introductory rate. It is not going to be this cheap in the future, so this is when you want to sign up. This is when you want to come and take this class, because if you don't, if you wait and you just kind of don't take the class today, you are going to be paying a little bit more money next time around. So make sure the link is now in the description of this video. So I just got that all updated. But I'm taking questions, right? So if you guys want to ask any questions, I'm doing an AMA here. Ask me anything. Ask me anything about just the channel, making the content, the course, whatever you guys want to ask. There's so much happening here. There's so much happening in this year so far. We're only 23 days into it. But I had huge plans for 2023, just to kind of share a little bit about what's going on, because it's been a while. I think the last time I live streamed here was, it's got to be sometime in November, and so it's been almost 2 months since I've done a live stream. So I really like doing these, and I think I'm gonna start doing them again, especially as I basically come in here. Hey, Graham Hoffman, yes, it is going to be recorded. It is going to be available to the people taking the class. they'll be able to take it and see the recordings after the class. In the long term, I'm working on putting a similar, it's not going to be the exact same class, but I'm looking to put similar content via Teachable and via like Udemy and Coursera, stuff like that, video on demand. That is coming, but I have to record and create the content first. So if you're interested in that kind of life, if you're more of like, hey, the times just don't align, there's that. Also, I'm going to be on a rotation. So right now it's happening Monday and Wednesday starting tonight, but it will be, I'm going to have a Tuesday, Thursday class. So just for disclosure, right, just to kind of be transparent, this week we're launching the Jira for Scrum Masters course. Next week, I got a Jira Fundamentals. So if you're completely new to Jira, if you're just using Jira for your job and you have no idea what the heck this Jira stuff is, that's the class for you. And then on the weekend, so the following weekend after that, I guess the weekend of the Super Bowl here in the United States, we're going to be launching, actually no, the weekend before the Super Bowl, we're going to be launching the Jira for Administrators course, and that's going to be on the weekend. And then at one point, I'm going to kind of get everything synced back up, and it's going to be an around robin effect. We're going to have Jira for Scrum Masters like on the weekend. So if people want to take it on the weekend, they can do it on the weekend. And then we'll do like the Jira Administrator Monday and Wednesdays, and then we'll do the Jira Fundamentals Tuesday, Thursdays, right? So we're going to be playing around with it. I'm going to basically teach 3 weeks out of the month and taking a day off, or sorry, a week off. So it'll be 3 weeks of course, 1 week off, right? I'm just kind of doing it staggered. I'm staggering the launches here just because I didn't want to just hit everybody with, ta-da, we have courses. Like there's a lot. I worked on 3 courses ever since like September, and it took me a while, but I finally got them all done. So they are going to be available at different times and stuff. But if you can attend live, they will be recorded. And eventually, like I mentioned, right, eventually we're going to be doing this in a video on demand format so that we can reach even more people. But if you want to get, the reason you want to take it in person is because you get answers or questions answered. You get direct access to me right there on the spot. So any of these questions that you may have about, well, what about this and how do I do that? You want to take the class live so that you can essentially get those questions answered, right? So that's probably the most valuable thing here. Why are people like calling me? They're just like calling me nonstop. I'm in the middle of these live streams. I just can't be answering the phone here. So, so yeah, 3 classes. But tonight specifically, if you're a Scrum Master, if you're new to it, even if you think you're really, really good at being a Scrum Master, that may be true. But Jira is a whole different beast. And this course is really designed to help folks that are in Jira as a Scrum Master. And I'm teaching you all the tips and all the tricks that I've acquired. I have worked with hundreds and hundreds of teams, hundreds and hundreds of hours under my belt here. And I know how to use this tool. I know how to be an effective Scrum Master with Jira as my tool of choice. So I packaged it all up. We got it in this course, and you got to sign up tonight so you can attend this class. Again, it's going to be recorded, and it will be available for you, but definitely recommend, if you guys don't want to pay more, because it will go up. It is going to double up in price. If you want to get in for this very, very affordable $500, and I do payment plans too, right? So if you guys want to do a couple, like a 200, 200, and 100, or you're going to do 250, 250, talk to me. I don't want price, or I don't want the fact that you just don't have the money, all of it right now, to be the biggest hurdle. So talk to me. Let's figure it out. But you definitely, this is going to be something that I highly recommend, that if you're kind of just on the fence, maybe you're just like, you know what, I want to, but I'm not sure. Like, this is something that you should consider though, because keep in mind that we're like in a recession is looming and having your skills like locked in is going to be super critical. Being able to like show off to your employers all the ways that you can bring value to them, that's how you quickly get off of these potential like warn lists. So what better way to improve your skills here than to essentially, again, take these courses, right? And it's great. Like, it's not, look, there's a lot of Scrum Master courses out there, but very few, so many of them talk about the theory of Agile and Scrum, but very, very few actually are going to give you the practicality of it. I use Jira every day. I'm in this tool every day, all day, using it, right? So I'm not just talking about it, right? Because I don't do the theory. I am real world, real scenarios, millions and millions of dollars on the line using this tool. So you're not gonna get like fluff here. You're not gonna be learning just like the theory of like, oh, here's what a sprint is and stuff like that. Money just paid. I'm not sure what I can make alive, but you taught me a huge amount in a short time. Looking forward to gaining. Hey, Graham, thank you so much. Appreciate you supporting. Um, you'll have full access to everything, so don't worry. And I'm basically awake a lot. So whenever you have questions, there's going to be a Discord channel, so you'll be able to post your questions on there. I'll have office hours as well. And since you're one of the beginners or one of the early adopters, I'm going to be giving a dedicated dedicated one-on-one time so that I can just jump on an hour call with you and just get all your questions answered. So that in itself is like a $200 value there. So thank you so much, Graham, for the support. Really, really appreciate you. I guarantee you will not regret this. You are going to really, really enjoy having access to these resources. And if we have to shift the time, if you need, again, special, maybe you watch the recording and then the next day we do a quick thing in the morning, I'd be more than happy to jump on a call. I don't want people that are like out of different time zones to just be at a complete disadvantage. So if you can make it live though, obviously it's the best, but I am pretty flexible, right? We're still keeping it kind of small. I intentionally want to limit. I don't want more than like 15 students on the class here. I want to make sure once I have more than 15 students, it's just too chaotic. It's hard to give everybody the attention that they need. It's hard to answer the questions and keep going with the material because you just start getting a lot of questions. So I do want to keep it kind of small, kind of intimate. And just kind of get everybody's questions answered because that's probably the most valuable thing, right? This is why I want to do the live thing, because you will ask your questions and you'll get the expert answers, as opposed to you can watch a YouTube video, you can watch all the other stuff that I have on here, but being able to live ask the real scenarios, right? It's on a different level, right? And so this is really where it's at. So Graham, thank you so much again. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for being a support of the channel here, and yeah, looking forward to having you in class here. For everybody else, it's an AMA, so whatever else you want to talk about, just let me know. I'm here to answer Jira questions. I don't have too much time. I do have class in a little bit, and I'm going to be obviously teaching here in a couple of hours. So I do want to just jump on here and maybe do a quick 20-30 minute thing where I answer some questions. So if anybody else has any questions. I also read, I don't know if you know this, folks, here, but every comment that you guys post on here on YouTube for any of the videos, I try to answer them. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been doing shorts. I've been doing a lot of shorts. There's been a lot of focus on shorts. And so what I'm kind of switching over to my strategy right now is, if you basically ask me a question and I can't answer it over text, I will do a short and then I'll link it back to you so you can watch the short. But I'm trying to do 60-second explainers. And so come at me with your questions, because if you got a question, there is no dumb question. I'm sure other people have questions. And I like it. It challenges me. It helps me stay kind of frosty, and it helps me make sure that my Jira chops are always sharpened up, right? It helps me ensure that I'm always on top of what's happening with Atlassian, the latest tips and tricks. And again, I appreciate it from my perspective, but from your perspective, you get your questions answered for free with video evidence on how to do it. And so, yeah, just take advantage of this, right? Because it's just, I don't know, I would assume there's so many other ways for you to get your questions answered. You can Google for days. That's one way. Or you can just ask. Ask the expert, and the expert will answer. Very rarely, I don't, unless you're trolling me, I answer pretty much any question. So I'm monitoring the chat here. So if I got a couple people here watching. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask away. Ask any questions. You can ask what does the day look like? Why do I do this? Just let's get some interactions going. I'm really just here to answer any question. I want to do a quick AMA. If you guys are curious about the social media strategies, how we're doing, I don't know, whatever you guys want to talk about here, I am available for you. Use this time. I got 3 people watching live, And so that's a really, really good number, I think. I was just on TikTok maybe 50 minutes ago. And I think at one point I had about 600 people show up live. And I was like, whoa, I wish my YouTube numbers were like this. But yeah, people, it's just so different. It's so interesting to watch the different audiences, platform to platform. And right now with the reels and the shorts and the TikToks, I've been learning the most because I take the same content, the same shorts, and I put them in the three platforms. And YouTube has been the most satisfying. YouTube has been the most rewarding because that's where I've gotten the most views. When I go over to the other platforms, I don't get as many views, and I obviously don't have it. Well, on TikTok, I have a really big following. I have 55, almost 5,600 followers versus my 3,500 that I have here on YouTube. But it's just interesting to see the different types of people, the way you consume information. I still haven't figured it out. I'm collecting data points at this point. I'm just putting things out, being consistent for at least a month. So then I'm gonna basically the first week of February, I'm gonna analyze all this data. I'm gonna figure out, okay, so what do you all want to watch here? And so somebody else just joined here. So if you have any questions, I'm doing an Ask Me Anything. So feel free in the chat, just type in whatever questions you have, Jira related, Scrum related, Agile related. What is your relationship with previous product owners? So I've been in an interesting position over the years that I've been doing Agile. And so the product owners that I've worked with in the past have been in this weird, so half my career was like defense. And so a lot of like the requirements aspect of it all came from like predetermined requirements. So being a product owner always came with a lot of authority because the government was paying that contract. And the government was explicitly basically calling out, here's what shall happen. So my interaction and my relationship with product owners was not so much like a negotiation type of thing because you knew exactly what needed to be built and by when. And so even though the teams were agile, it was really much like a waterfall sprinting. But when I switched out of defense and I came into like the private, what I'll call private sector, that relationship got a lot more interesting because when I worked on this at this small startup, the the requirements from the customers were just all over the place. Like people wanted to boil the ocean. So that's really where I learned to build a relationship with my product owners based on trust because the product owners half the time they just wanted like these far-fetched ideas. They wanted to create these like ideas that were just not even technically possible. And so I learned to really, really challenge each other in a very respectable way because you couldn't always deliver everything that your product owner wants. Maybe sometimes because of cost, maybe sometimes because of schedule, but sometimes it's because the technology was not ready. And so my relationship has always been in that like, hey, let's get to know each other really, really well because we're gonna have to banter quite a bit. It's not always a luxury that we're always gonna agree on everything. And so you have to have a pretty strong relationship with your product owners to challenge and push back, but also make each other better and help brainstorm. I really appreciate it when I, as a Scrum Master, could provide input. Anytime that I could help kind of offer, because I'm in a unique situation where my background has been in software development, so I understand the tech, but I also like talking to people, and I like being more or like organized and doing more of like that product centric part of that house. I like doing the design work. I like just kind of being involved with the brainstorming, the idealization. I can't speak English very well apparently. Being part of the idea creation process. I love being in that zone, and so I really, really did appreciate when my product owners let me be a part of that, where they kind of helped me provide feedback for how do we make the product better and how we can create better requirements that were easier for the engineers to understand, helpful to make the overall product better. So that's kind of where I've been with my relationships with product owners. What other questions y'all got? I got a little bit more time. I'm going to probably be on here for another 10 minutes. So I got a few people watching. So if you guys got any Agile, Jira, Scrum, you know the drill. If you want to kind of just know why in the world are so many shorts popping up, ask me. And I'd be more than happy to talk about the strategy. But hopefully you're all enjoying the content. Hopefully the 1 minute. I will tell you, it is a struggle. It is a struggle to do 60-second clips. YouTube Shorts does not let you go over 60 seconds. So putting in valuable answers and me not talking 1,000 miles per hour is a challenge. So I'm taking that feedback. I'm trying to figure out what to do next. Maybe I do parts. I'm still trying to kind of figure it out, but it is pretty imperative here that I figure out how to successfully deliver this content without overburdening you all with just me talking 1,000 miles per hour. So hopefully that helps out. Let's see what else here. So this is the Ask Me Anything though, right? So I got a course. It's launching in a couple of hours. So this is the opportunity. Graham here in the chat here on the right asking basically all the questions. So thank you so much, Graham. Basically, today is the day. If you want to join, we are going live in 2 hours. We're going to be teaching this class. If you're a Scrum Master, aspiring Scrum Master, even if you think you know everything about Scrum Master, I'm giving you a unique perspective from the Jira side of the house. And if you're using Jira as a Scrum Master, this is the course you want to take. You want to be in this course. You want to basically learn how do you finagle Jira to help you be the most successful and most respected Scrum Master on your team. I'm giving you the real world experience. I managed millions and millions of dollars, $150,000 a day burn rates. So the stakes are high, risks are high, tensions are high. How do you stay your cool? How do you maintain just the relationships? How do you still influence without any authority? All that stuff is going to be covered in the course. So make sure you stick around or make sure you sign up because again, it's an introductory rate. It's going up. It's going to double up the next time around. And so you want to make sure you lock this in today. If you're watching this, I'm basically, since I'm doing the recording, you will be able to sign up ex facto. But obviously you're going to benefit the most from being there on day one. But all the sessions are recorded. It's 3 weeks long, 6 total classes. It's going to be great. So the link is in the description, William. So if you just check out the description, that's literally the only thing in the description is the link to the course. You'll get a lot of the details of the course. There's the enroll now button on there as well. And Stripe for some reason is giving me it shows a warning. Just it goes as long as you click continue, it'll take you straight to the payment page. Payments are coming in, so I got Graham's. It's in the description. Yeah, so it's coming in. So if you guys are interested, highly recommend. And also tell your maybe you have already benefited, and maybe you want to share with your friends, coworkers, right? And also keep in mind, I will be doing a couple of other trainings. So I am launching 3 courses. I just didn't want to launch them all at the same time, just so that people didn't get too confused. But launching a course, I will tell you all, it is it's a choreographed event. It has been a long time coming. I had the idea of doing the course 2021 timeframe. I just never got around to it. I always got hired in 2021 to do a couple of just one-on-ones. And then I had a guy that I trained summer of 2021 where he was like, hey, this is great. You got to turn this into a course. I'm like, maybe. I just wasn't sure. And being totally transparent with you guys, it is hard. I've been promoting this thing since Thursday, and it's just the scariest part is not having anybody join. So for people that have signed up, you have no idea how eternally thankful I am going to be to you. Any question you ever ask, you guys are just making it to the top of my I take care of these people bucket, because you supported me when I was at the biggest emotional roller coaster of my life. So every single person that's been enrolling to this, every single time that somebody comments or likes these videos, I know it sounds too emotional or whatever, but it's the trajectory of these courses and the trajectory of this channel is going to determine a lot of my future. And so the more that feedback that I get, the more you guys engage, and the better that this stuff gets for you all, the better it's going to be for everybody, right? So appreciate everybody that's kind of trusting in me, believing in me, and I'm happy that I get to be a part of this and help you learn as an individual. And so just for disclosure as well, right? So I've actually taught. So I used to help out I used to teach Scrum Master. I used to do a very quick. It was just 1.5 times 6 hour course. So so I don't know, 9 hours. I think 9 hours total. I used to do that, and I did that from January all the way through September. And so I've taught 13 classes on this. So this is like not my first time to teaching. Obviously I have the YouTube videos and stuff like that. So looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great time. So William, hopefully you found the link. I guess, like I said, just to kind of remind everybody, because I'm going to lock off here in a couple minutes. Introductory rate, it is doubling up next time around. So if you want to make sure, and if you need like payment plans, right, I do have the ability. I'm a little flexible here. So if you need me to send you like a link for $250 now and like $250 in a week or so, we can make that happen as well. So just make sure you follow through here, William, and I will see you all in class. So for everybody else, thank you so much. This was a great AMA. Graham, thank you so much for your support. Appreciate you. Any questions you have, just make sure you ask away, because yeah, we'll have the Discord. So if you don't have Discord, Graham, I'll be providing all those instructions in class. But we got a dedicated office hours that you're going to be a part of now, and so you'll be able to once a week. I'm going to be doing these basically indefinitely, so you can jump on there. Yeah, I am going to figure out UK shipping. I am assuming I got to go figure it out. I got 2 people from the UK, so don't worry, Graham. Shirt will be coming as soon as I figure out how to ship to the UK. But I will be figuring that out. And I got a little brochure. I got a little thing where you'll pick your design. You'll pick the design, your T-shirt size, and I got a couple colors. And so once you pick that, I'll be shipping those out. And but yeah, so don't worry not, and we'll take care of that. All right, so everybody, thank you very much. I just want to jump on here real quickly because I do have to go. I got so much to do and so much to prep before actually teaching the class in a couple of hours. So thank you to everybody that supports the channel. Thank you to everybody that drops likes, that subscribes, that does everything. You all, I'm truly grateful. And I will see you all in class, hopefully. Bye.